Okay, day one is over and day two is over. So here's how day one went. You go there, I went there, and pretty much right off the back, they hit you with the drug. No, let me see how did that go. Okay, right off the bat, they go do this little workout thing, like certain things you gotta do, carrying weights, come back and forth, walk on a beam, to see if you could keep your balance and stuff, pushing and pulling to see if you could do that. And all the while you're doing these activities, as soon as you finish one, they check your heart rate. Well, when you first come in, they ask you your age, your height, and weight, and then you got a zone where you're supposed to be in a benchmark. Let's say that your heart can't go no higher than that, or you're gonna have a problem. Anyway, so as you go through these processes or these activities, when you finish one, they check your heart rate and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You also do a medical uh, questionnaire type thing, diabetes and all that stuff. I'm gonna say for the newcomers or new people thinking of coming into this, if you take your insulin, don't even, not this particular company, which I'm not gonna say what it is, but what you need to do is do your research, call these places, and see how they feel about people who take insulin. Because I had a roommate here in that bed right there. The first day I saw him when we started class, and then I didn't see him no more. So he took insulin, and they got rid of him as quick as possible. Um, and I understand that it's in the rule book, it's in the doc regulations also. So if you're taking insulin, try to find a company that like maybe the mom and pops or something. But the big shipper, the big companies, I don't know if you're gonna make it on that one. But this, if there's a will, there's a way. You may have to be local. You may have to go in box truck or something like that. You might not be able to do class A. But the first day, and then after you finish the physical activities, then you go over to the part where they do I guess it's the drug test. The one I'm at, they did urine and hair samples. Now, they took my hair, but I only had hair here, around here. So I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to pass. She said we gonna take it, and then they'll let us know if it's enough. If it's not enough, you're gonna have to go home. I ain't worried about them having drugs, and I ain't worried about having drugs in my system, but I'm concerned about not having enough hair. I'm not a hairy person, so I didn't have none on my arms, nothing on my legs, nothing in my private area that they can go and get. You know what I'm saying? All I had was just this hair, and I had hair on my head, but they didn't even take that because it wasn't long enough. They normally want, I think she said, an inch. What black people, got a whole inch of hair. I mean, I'm sure there's some out there, but I ain't one of them. So anyway, that's that issue. I don't know how it's gonna work out. I'll know by Thursday. Today is Tuesday. Okay. Now, then after you do that, you start doing your. What did we start? We started doing pretty much. We started doing paperwork, as far as like getting yourself together to be able to be legal to work here and all that stuff like that. But what we did was we also went up on the top of a tanker. See, you got to be able to get up on that tanker safely and walk that plank. I don't know if you call it a plank, but it's a walkway, and you got to dog. It's high. I mean, it don't look that high from the ground, but when you get up there and you realize you got nothing to hold on to, you don't have no red. Well, on this particular trailer, this is like the worst one, they said. So you go up there. There's nothing to grab onto other than whatever's around. When you first go up, when you first come up at, there's a hatch there. So there's like metal around there. So you grab onto that metal, bending over and work your way around to the slim walkway, and then back at the end of that walkway, there's a hatch. So you got to walk down that plank. I call it plank, but walkway. You got to walk down there, bend down on one knee, touch that that top like as if you're loosening it up and everything. Then you got to get back up and stand up and turn around and walk back to the middle. Touch that one that's down there, like you spinning it off. Now there's one forward of that, but the teacher's right there. So what they do is they make you go back to that same one again. You know what I mean? And then you go down there, touch it again, like you unloosening it or tightening it. Then you got to get back up, turn back around, go back to the middle, grab the little metal pieces that's around that particular one in the middle to work your way around to the ladder again, and then you got to climb back down. I'm going to tell you, I was scared. And I ain't even scared of heights. But once you get up there, you realize that you don't have nothing to grab onto, man. You don't have nothing to steady you or nothing. So if the wind blowing or whatever, you might, you gotta have your wits about yourself, So it's a little, but the more you do it, the better you get. That's what I'm told. Yeah, and that's with anything in life. The more you do it, the better you get at it, or the more comfortable you get with doing it. You know what I mean? So you climb down. When you get to that last step, you got to look both sides to make sure you don't step off into something. Anything could be down there. So that was the first day. The second day, we got a book that you got to read from that goes with you for the rest of your career, pretty much. You learn the log book, not the electric log books, but the paper log books. You learn how to do that. And you also get like a chapter that you're supposed to do by Sunday. So we got a whole week to finish that one. You know what I mean? And then you're doing your paperwork, your W-4, your benefit package, all that stuff like that. So that's the first 2 days. Your boy here, I ain't struggling with nothing. I'm just concerned about me not having enough hair. I don't know how this gonna work out, but what I do know is the only way you gonna do this is by doing it. So tanker, it's something to deal with. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's still easier. Plus, you know how like some people go to when they're in a drive-in or reefer, they go to the receiver and they like gotta sit. You gotta sit what 2-3 hours before you get the tension play. Well, as a tanker, when you first come there, them first 2 hours you get paid for unloading. You get paid for that. You know what I mean? And if it take longer, you get paid for that. You know what I mean? So that's definitely no. What did he say? I think he said those first. Okay, so those first 2 hours is something like a There's a set price, like a It reminds you of how you be hourly, and then somebody will be I forgot the word. I'm sure somebody know it. Somebody dang, I can't. Well, they get a set price anyway. So them first 2 hours is a set price. But if you go over those 2 hours, then it becomes hourly. But you normally don't do that in tanker. You gone. You know what I mean? And that was something I thought was pretty cool. He said you really don't wait at all. Usually, okay, if you come there and another tanker sitting there emptying out, boom, he done. And then you be done got there and you done within those 2 hours. And you back on your road. You know what I mean? So I like that, man. You get to move more. Also, what I found out is in tanker, you can get on those state highways. You don't have to get on those. What did he call it? I don't know what highways he called it, but like there's two different highways. Like you got New Jersey State. What is it? New Jersey Turnpike. You could get on the Turnpike, and you don't have to get on those other state highways because they got more traffic. That's what he said. It's got more traffic. It's more, like the state highway. What is that? Whatever he said, I forgot. Shit, I'm tired. But anyway, New Jersey State. No, the Turnpike. One's a Turnpike and one's a state highway. Okay, he's saying the Turnpike is quicker. So that's great for us. We can get stuff done. Everybody not on that. Most people probably on that state highway opposed to that Turnpike. So he said like Box trucks and reefers really can't get on that. I don't know how true that is or whatever. I'm only stating what the man said. You know what I'm saying? Um, but this is day 2, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fine. I got one issue that I'm worried about again, which is my hair not being enough for them to take their test. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Everything else, man, they training you. So how could you not learn? You know what I mean? The one thing I did here today was if you fail a test 3 times, you done. You know what I mean? But how could you fail something that's open book? It's open book, man. You just went through it in the chapter. Boom, now you're going to answer the questions. And the book sitting right there next to you. How do you fail that? But I guess it happens. Everybody got their own twist. It don't mean that somebody's slow or crazy or nothing. It just means you didn't grasp what was just told to you or taught to you, and it's sitting right there next to you. But instead of you grabbing the book, looking for that answer, you just went on your own. If you don't understand it, or if you need clarity, you bring that up while the teacher's teaching. If you need more clarity, just read it. It's sitting right there in the book. You know what I mean? So that's that. I don't know if this is supposed to last real long, but I ain't getting paid for this, so who cares? I'm tired. I'm tired. So we go to class from 7 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. You know what I mean? So right now it's like 8 something at night. So your boy tired. I ate. I took my bath. Turned around, took a shower on top of it, because I don't really like sitting in baths. I got in the bath because of that, the little workouts I was talking about. Man, my legs is hurting, man. So I went in the bath to soak, and then I got out. You let the water out and stood up and took a shower. But yeah, this is for the people that's watching me, man. Y'all, anybody can do this, man. Anybody can do this as long as you get all your your things in order, because your background plays a part, your health plays a major part, and then your comprehension plays a part. You know what I'm saying? If you can't comprehend something, right, why would they put you out on the road with this big old truck with all this weight on it, and you can't even comprehend? Because they send you text messages through the call quam. Oh, I don't know what they call it. I'm thinking it's text messages, but we ain't get to the electronic part yet. But we will. I think he said tomorrow or the next day, and I could say it in a better way of saying it. So if you can't comprehend what you're reading, then you're gonna be in trouble, because that's how you're gonna get your messages. Ain't nobody calling you. I mean, somebody might call you, but how you get your messages is over the call quad, whatever it's called. I'm tired. I'm starting to talk crazy. You guys stay up with me. You know what I mean? Or keep checking in to see what I'm doing. And one time, I'm out. Let's get that bag.